¿Cómo estás, amigos? This is Michelangelo, and I'm here with
Serena.
And we're representing the Orlando podcast. We're here at Austin's Coffee Shop because today, or I should say tonight, is the spoken word poetry. Are you afraid? Are you nervous?
Nah.
What's your poem going to be about?
Dancers.
What kind of dancers?
Exotic dancers.
Ooh, exotic dancers. I might have to stop at the ATM so I can throw some dollars. Come on, guys.
Real Magic Kingdom lives outside of those castle walls. It's in BVL, Kissimmee, Lake Nona, Hunches Creek, Soto, Lake Eola, Pine Hills, Metro West, Winter Park, Winter Garden, Apopka, Lake Mary, Castleberry, Oviedo. I'll always represent Central, the city of Orlando, where no one wants to stay, where everyone wants to go. This is my home, forever my city. What better place to find an identity than a city building its own? Orlando.
Like blank paper, it's hard to poetry. Seriously, it's really hard. You are the most beautiful woman in this room, and I mean that sincerely, unable to truthfully mean that to anyone else here, but that is because we are in a gay bar. And I have to ask you to leave. The one you're looking for is over there. Also, why am I here? Rhyming is ridiculous too. I mean, anyone could say moo and poo, and even I could do that, but to have that at the end of a sentence in order to spark feeling gets my mind reeling towards headache.
That clock gon' tick and I know it won't wait for me. I know infinity. What you think this love for you is, girl? I've seen the universe's edge. Where you think this love for you's been, girl? And that's that piece.
It's called Dancing Queen. Alright. Dancing Queen, never truly seen, as she tricks on the pole, prancing around now in circles now. Still no one sees her soul. Oh, Dancing Queen and her broken dreams, just dying to be seen, as she runs around in circles now, as she chases paper green. Dancing Queen lives in fantasy, they call it fool's gold. Underground in darkness now, where it's super cold. Dancing Queen, so young and sweet, but clear stilettos on her feet. Live and lie, the smoke screen, where sinners like to meet. Please, Dancing Queen, can't you see that your spirit is not clean? What a dirty place to be in now. Your soul needs better hygiene. Dancing Queen, a hidden gem that the world needs to see, but her beauty is so tucked away as she stands naked on display. Catch me in the dark, living with the fucking sharks. Scammers, hackers, trappers, all the fucking shady art. I didn't want to have to do it because of my heart. But the angels look for reasons for the good part. For this behavior, I need saving for my sins. My only vision was to find success and fucking win. The simulation game ain't for the weak. So I step on you like a roach upon my feet. I switch my energy like an alchemy. Make you think it was written in the stars like chemistry. You know we all do what we manipulate the smart minds, master skills and practice skills and educate and estimate your chess steps like a fucking checkmate. I hacked the game, I ain't ashamed, I ain't the same. You get and frame the type of shady shit to leave you back and far behind. It's fucked up, you never saw the signs. Beautiful games, beautiful games. And I know it's wrong, but I got to do what I got to do, baby. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful games. So you can find me on Instagram at Serena, Serena Elis. Thanks, guys.
Yo, we're here at Austin's Coffee Shop. It's poetry night. We're just gonna kick back. My buddy Michelangelo, Orlando podcast, he always gets me doing the dumbest shit, man. He's like, you know what? We're gonna go to poetry night and you're gonna do a poem, so have one ready. So I wrote one this afternoon. I hope everyone loves it. I hope you guys like it.
It's hard to film you because you're so fucking tall, dude.
I am.
Holy shit.
I hope everyone likes it.
Get a big round of applause for Sterling!
Sterling.
What's up, guys?
Wow. Y'all tapered way the hell off. The fuck was that? Y'all get a little bit of that. I said, big round of applause for Sterling!
Don't touch the mic.
Raise that mic. I love you, Sterling.
Cool shit. Thank you, bro. So my buddy Michelangelo made me come out here. I was just relaxing at home, minding my business. He's like, we're gonna do a film project, write a poem. So I wrote this one this afternoon for you guys. Woo! New shit! I call it, I don't have a title, but I'm sitting here eating my oatmeal very slowly, waiting to meet someone interesting. I ordered the large oatmeal. I'm eating each chocolate chip very slowly, each piece of banana, masticating it at least 47 times. My brother was once on a macrobiotic diet, and he suggested I chew my food down until it's liquid. I never practiced it in the past, but now seems like a really good time. Plus, it's really mindful and stuff to savor each bite of food. Perhaps I'll go next door and order a coffee and walk very slowly. Maybe I'll even play a game of cornhole by myself to show how independent I am. Maybe I could just sit here and work on my poem. But how would you know I'm working on a poem? Not that I need you to know that I'm working on a poem. It's just that I would love to give you a good conversation starter. I know you need that. I watch videos on YouTube about how to start conversations. I walk up to a girl and I ask her, who lies more, men or women? And she gives me this look like I'm a fucking douchebag. So next week I have a plan. Next week I come out with an easel setup and a tray of paints like 1,000 colors. And what's the thing? As a symbol of our comfort with each other. Because oatmeal isn't really a sexy food. Anybody can eat strawberries off a plate with whipped cream, but you've got to be a fucking rider to share oatmeal. Or pot roast. In this dimension, you look over at me, and when I say pot roast, you remind me that you're vegan. And your jaws open wide, revealing rows after rows of very sharp teeth. And the moment before you bite my head off and kill me again, I look down and see in this dimension we're giant praying mantis. Scientists explain that this is just as probable as meeting the love of your life as a human person or a plant or a microbe. And that given the endless possibilities in a chaotic multiverse, I'm actually quite lucky. Better to have loved than lost, they say. I think these things as I, not slowly, dissolve in your stomach acids, next to the bananas and steel-cut gooiness. I thought, this is strange. The tiger looks up at me and told me to be positive. He's licking his paws. I lick one of his claws. He turns my tongue into silly string. Play-Doh spaghetti maker machine. He pushes my back. I squirt forth the pink stuff. There's Pepto-Bismol coming out of my guts. We swim in the muck. There are chunks of corn. We consume them. They form a capsule around us and we go over the falls in a barrel. A couple waves next to us, they smile and kiss. Their barrel splits open on the rocks below. Bones float out. Chicken. They climb out still intact. We walk to a waterfall made of saliva. There's a giant pissing on the waterfall. He's wearing an entire village for a headdress. We're watching them go about their daily chores, apparently unaware.
Look at that. He's the fit. Another big round of applause for Sterling! An even bigger round of applause for him doing the whole thing a cappella!
Hey! A lesson to speak with conviction or else not speak at all. This language is as much a dance of the tongue as it is a painting on page. Sentence structure goes as follows. The subject, then the setting, followed by the verb and object. There's an emphasis for the speaker to know when and where they are before they announce where they are going. A lesson on being grounded, on knowing your roots, on forgiving your history to allow space for the future. In an effort to teach me her past, my mother would not let me eat until I could ask for dinner in her native tongue. Even when I was like, but Mom! I am so hungry! She replied, 我听不懂，你应该学中文. Huh? I can't understand you. Maybe you should learn Chinese. Her way of saying, see, child born of our sacrifices, this is how it feels to be us. To pack a lineage in 2 suitcases and gamble our last names with the ocean, only to starve at the shoreline. Getting by with what she's got is all she's ever known, which is why I was the only English tutor my mother could afford. Since the age I could speak, I would finish my homework early so I could teach her what I just learned in class, and truth be told, y'all, I was not the best teacher. But neither does a colonizer's language make the most sense. You'll see, English is composed of 26 letters, a crappy grammar system, and Americans who still have trouble with there, and there. Example, there are many times when they're taking what isn't theirs. Like my mother's voice, like my heritage, like my culture forged into tattoos. See, in English, a word means different things based on context. The word immigrant from Europe means citizen, from anywhere else means illegal or return address. See, it's not that English is so difficult to understand, it's that my mother refuses to be a victim. Fact, Chinese is considered the hardest living language to learn. So when my mother is speaking English, she is downgrading a dynasty into a coffee shop for your convenience. She takes colonialism and starts to stutter a syllabus for survival, her tongue breaking itself to impersonate America. When you hear her accent, you better thank her for trying. Just last week, y'all, my mother and I were watching a Chinese film with no subtitles. I didn't need to fully understand the dialogue to know that my mother was happy, that to her, Jackie Chan was the heartthrob that sounded like home and looked like a snack. Oh. Like a home-cooked meal she didn't have to make herself. Like Big Brother made it in America too, Mommy, and so can we. To anyone who has ever told my mother to learn English, check the statistics. Chinese is the most spoken language in the world. Maybe you should 学中文.
All right, coming up next to the mic. Can we have a big round of applause for Michael Angelo? Michelangelo with space. I can read, y'all. Oh, trailed off again. Big round of applause for Michelangelo. Mic check. My hero.
If you're sensitive, this is going to be the perfect poem for you guys. I actually got a little bit into comedy. Whew. Is it okay if I do comedy?
Yeah.
That was my first joke. Poetry is serious. We're here to get deep. Julia, we met today, correct? Come over here really quick. You can sit back down. But to your knowledge, this is our first time meeting. Get a little closer. Check in your left back pocket.
Oh, that's creepy. Because we have a feature, so it's like the time's going to be limited. I can't go over.
There's nothing in there. I made it disappear. Holy shit. Actually, this is your first time meeting me, but actually I had some sort of admiration toward you, and I actually wrote this poem for you before, because I knew a little bit about you beforehand, and I feel like there were some things that connected us. More like a current Facebook life. It's a little weird. But yeah, you can grab a seat, that's totally fine. It's a little bit of a romantic poem. Whew. Take this off my chest.
This is for you.
I've been watching you. Since you got up this morning, since your alarm went off and you started to yawn, and I cracked a couple of leaves and you didn't hear me though when I was watching you as you were eating on your cereal. You're trying to find me, but there ain't nobody stopping you. But everywhere you go, I'm watching you through my binoculars. Don't think if it's stalking, it's more like obsessive shadowing. You have a boyfriend, but to me it ain't mattering. You and me together last forever, whether you know it or not. And you can call the cops and try to get me caught, but I'm not gonna stop because I care about me and you. Yes, I can have my cake and eat it too, and some just call me crazy. I just call it lovesick. You're looking a little stressed. Let me take you on a love trip. You gotta be quiet so that you don't hear me staring at you through my two-way mirror, see?
Okay.
I know your job, I know your position, I know your hours, I know your Facebook password. I'm on it when you're in the shower. I got an exact copy of your house key, and I express my love to you, to anyone around me, but you don't know about me, so what you worried for? I'm only a couple aisles away at the grocery store. I got your same cell phone with the same contacts, and that's why when you call them, they never call back. But hold on, I'm almost forgetting. What song do you want to have playing at our wedding? Cause I'm the type of man that's gonna love you to death. And I'm gonna give you all my love till there ain't none left. See, you don't know me, but you know that I know you. I knew where you grew up and all the struggles you went through. Everything about you, all of your information. Love me now, I'm becoming impatient. I've been wanting you, so I've been watching you, so I can see every little thing that you do, so that you never, ever, ever leave me. I've been wanting you, so I have been watching you, so I can see every little thing, so that you never, ever leave me. There's another part of the poem, give me a second. Hey, hi, hello. I am not your stalker. See, I am much more, girl. I'm your future lover. Shotgun entrance, move into your house. I can break your legs if you try to run and tell. See, no friends for you. Keep you solitary. You can never leave. You're the one I want to marry. I'll teach you to love me, my vision created. And when we make love, I will keep you sedated. Oh, you don't like that? I love when you're scared, helpless, angry. I don't really care. You and me love until the end of time. Lord, please forgive me, for I have lied and made you cry. Stuck until she died. I'm going insane. I commit suicide. Lord, welcome me in hell as I burn in flames. Come with me to the end of days. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Michelangelo from the Orlando podcast, and I'm going to be filming a little bit of the night, youtube.com/Orlando podcast. I have one more poem, it's called Grocery List.
No, we good.
Is that good? I thought I'd start off a little light, but I hit the 6 minutes. This one's really short because I pretty much already bought everything that I need, so it's short. What is it? Coconut oil, tofu. I'm trying this vegan shit. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
You know what's funny? That's the second time I've read that poem. Yeah, you did that shit on a Thursday, mad long ago. I remember that.
Ooh, so, yeah. for Michelangelo and the Stalker poem. Holy fuck.
So funny.
Shit.